Have you ever wondered why good people, kind people are easily hurt? They are hurt in most cases, and they don't seem to learn from their mistakes. Why is it that good people are hurt? Why are they the ones to suffer in most cases? And they are hurt by the people that they love. They are hurt by people that they care about. They are hurt by the people that they help. Why? And why is it that it takes them long to learn, if they are to ever learn from their mistakes? Because surely there's something wrong. There is something that the good people are not getting right. I just want to share a few tips with you in this video, in the hopes that I might help someone out there. I found that good people are good because they were raised well. The kind of a person that you are is mostly determined by the way in which you were brought up. The way you were brought up determines the kind of a person that you are. However, the experiences that you go through in life reshape. The experiences that you go through in life are responsible for the reshaping of the kind of a person that you later on become. Which means that what I'm trying to say is that you become something by the way in which you were brought up. But then at a certain stage in your life, you go through something, and that something will be responsible for reshaping you into something else. But whatever that you become later on will also depend on what you went through as far as life experiences are concerned. They say experience is the best teacher. But some of these lessons are very painful. They are really, really painful. So by sharing with you some of the tips, I might save you from the pain. However, I've come to realize, as far as life is concerned, that at times you may try to advise, at times you may try to share some tips with people, but it's very hard for people to believe something unless they experience it. But blessed are those who listen and believe those who have tried and take the advice. And if ever there is anything that they need to put into practice, put it into practice. Because the worst thing that can ever happen to you as a human being is to learn the hard way. You see, I've come to realize that good people are good because they were raised well. I did mention that. The environment that you grew up under, you were probably born by loving parents, you had loving siblings, you probably grew up in a community where the people were loving and caring. And because of that kind of an environment, you tend to assume that everyone out there is like that. You also being a good person, you tend to assume also that everyone around you is like you. Wherever you are, wherever you go, you have this assumption. When you're with your siblings, when you're with your parents, they love you. You are within the family, they love you. And the goodness in you, you see it in the people around you. And this makes you to believe that everyone out there is just like you. But as you grow up into adulthood, you may have to travel and live in another area, maybe for the reasons of furthering your studies, or maybe work. And you find yourself relocating, and you find yourself in another city. You find yourself with new people, new friends, new neighbors, new colleagues. The people that you now have to spend the rest of your day with are different from the ones that you used to. But you still have this assumption in your head that everyone around you is just like you. Not knowing that there are certain people who are heartless out there, who prey on kind people, who prey on good people, who use and abuse good people, who are not even empathetic like the ones that you grew up with. So they don't care. That's how people end up hurt. You start having friends, you may even fall in love, but as you fall in love, you trust. But you are trusting with the assumption that the other person is like you, because you don't have any intention whatsoever to hurt anybody. You don't have any intentions whatsoever to cheat on somebody. So you don't even check. You just assume. And this even makes it easy for someone else who wants to cheat, because you don't even check. Someone might even waste your time. You don't even know how to check or how to test if somebody is for real. You don't even know, because you don't even think that there could be someone out there who might be disloyal. You don't even think that there could be someone out there that might be busy with you for some other reasons. Maybe they just want your money. Maybe they just want someone to while up time with, while they're waiting for the person that they want. You fully commit yourself to the person without knowing that the person is not even fully committed to you. And then in the end, you might be heartbroken when you find out the truth. It's quite sad. It's quite sad. So therefore, what I would like to share with people, if there are any out there, is that don't be too trusting. Even the Bible says it. Don't put your trust in people. The Bible says it in Psalms 118 that you must not put your trust in people. Well, I know that, and I've said it in one of my videos. In some of my videos, I've said it several times that a relationship cannot survive without trust. But you must verify. There are some good people out there, because if you are good, right, then it's actually a sign that there can be someone like you out there. But then my warning is coming as in, or rather, the warning that I'm giving is directed at people who trust blindly. Rather, let me put it that way. Don't trust blindly. Check and verify to see if someone else is worthy of the trust. Yes, you can find people that can be trusted. By God's grace, there are certain people out there that are trustworthy. The Bible says we must not put our trust in humans, but when we do, we're only doing so because we have seen that certain people are trustworthy. And we are not here putting the trust in the person, but we are putting the trust in God who has made such a person. Because none can be really good by their own strength or might. If you ever see any human being who is good out there, it is because God has reinforced the goodness in the particular person. So I want you to listen carefully here and understand that I'm not contradicting myself. I'm not contradicting myself. Yes, it's true, the Bible says we must not put our trust in humans. But God can work through people. I'm sure you know that there are people out there who are helping the poor. There are people who are helping others with food, shelter, and medicine for those who are struggling to have such things. And whenever you have such people who can do that, it's not because they are really good, but it's because God is working through such people. And those are the people that you must look out for. Those are the people that you must look for. Those are the people that you must check and see to those are the people that you need, rather, that's what I'm trying to say. And you must check and you must verify to see if they are like that. Because the problem here that I am addressing is with the people that were brought up in environments that were good. And by good environments, I mean people who were surrounded by good people. People who were surrounded, good people who grew up with good people. Who don't know that there are some people who are bad out there. So when you go out there, when they go out there, they trust blindly. and they are easily hurt, and bad people prey on them. Even when they're choosing women, they don't think twice. They can just pick anyone from the street. They can just pick anyone from the street. That's why you'd find out good people, even when it comes to marriage, they choose the worst kind of people. Rather, I don't want to say choose. They pick the worst kind of people. They don't even know that they have to select. They have to look for, and they have to be very careful as they search for, because they have got this assumption subconsciously that everyone around them is just like them, good. So they just look, the first person that they see that smiles at them, they just tell themselves that the person is good. But they suffer. Good people suffer more than anyone else when they are hurt. Because they get themselves involved with the worst kind of people. And it breaks them completely. And they can be broken to such an extent that the ones who used to believe that everyone around them is good will start to believe that everyone around them is bad. They'll be damaged to such an extent that they won't believe that they can be a good person out there. Rather, what they will just believe is that they themselves are the only ones that are good. But it would be because of the damage that would have been caused to them. I therefore would want to warn anybody out there, if you're a good person, you were brought up well, and you were surrounded by loving good people, I want you to know that it's bad out there. Don't be too quick to believe. Don't be too quick to trust. You must check and you must verify. There are people out there that can walk with the Bible in their hand, with a gun in their pocket. Ready to kill. And they can kill. And they will kill. You must know that there are snakes out there. Poisonous snakes that can kill. You must be very careful. Don't be too quick to trust. Don't be too quick to believe. You must just be careful. All that I want to share with you is that you just have to be careful. When you go out there, don't you think that any man that you see is just as good as your brother. Don't you think that any woman that you're gonna see out there is just as good as your sister? It's not like that. The moment you walk out the door, you have to be very careful. This is what I just thought I must share with you. My name is Reed. Yobe. Read Yobe. I hope this helps someone. Thank you. Have you ever wondered why good people, kind people are easily hurt? They are hurt in most cases, and they don't seem to learn from their mistakes. Why is it that good people are hurt? Why are they the ones to suffer in most cases? And they are hurt by the people that they love. They are hurt by people that they care about. They are hurt by the people that they help. Why? And why is it that it takes them long to learn, if they are to ever learn from their mistakes? Because surely there's something wrong. There is something that the good people are not getting right. I just want to share a few tips with you in this video, in the hopes that I might help someone out there. I found that good people are good because they were raised well.